Signal that we can get this one started. And here we go. It's the bronze medal game at the EHF Final Four Women 2022. Team Esbjörg against Metz Handball. Chris O'Reilly here with you all day today. And it's Metz getting us underway. And it is indeed Anna Bruna-Japaula starting in the left back position with Melanie Nokandi in the center. So one change there. And Grace Zadi playing out in the right back position, so no Louise Burgard. So all changes, I guess you could say. Ball into the line is cut out though, and an opportunity for Esbjerg to break if they want it down the left hand side. Ingstad waiting in there in the line, she gets the ball, but that's cut out as well. So a couple of balls into the line cut out by the defense here in the opening exchanges. Bruna-Japaula tries to find the line again, cut out, and a chance now for Rosberg Jakobsen to break. She lays it off down to the left-hand side. A good pass is needed. It wasn't the best, but a good finish by Sanna Solberg. Bit high for that pass, but she controlled it well. And as we complete the first minute of the game, after 3 interceptions, we get our first goal. Ivana Kapitanovic leaving that near post open just a little bit too much. And Sanna Solberg opens the scoring. And it's Sarah Buktit, the number 27, starting on the line here. Great hope for this team. That's a nice ball across, but the shot crashes off the post by Nokandi. And now we'll have Esbjerg in their first real settled attack of the day. And no surprises, who's starting in the backcourt 3 for them. With Henny Reistad will be in the center, out in the left back position at the moment. Christina Breistel in the center, number 14. She'll make her way out to the left. And Mette Tramborg, she's supposed to be in the right back position on the ball, plays it over to Reistad. Reistad gets it again from the left, lays it off. Overlap on the left-hand side for Solberg. And that one is wide to the right. Not sure if the keeper got a touch on that one. It looked a little bit uncomfortable as she ran to take that shot from the left wing. There was originally plenty of space, but maybe took a little bit too long for the ball to get to her. That space was closed down. Kapitanovic was celebrating, so may indeed have got a touch to take that one wide to the left. Zadi in the center, receives it from Bruna-Japaula, and that pass eventually gets to Nokandi. I think that took a touch off the defender on the way through. And Melanie Nokandi got her hands onto it in the end and broke through to make it 1-1. Breistel, ball over to the right-hand side. Jakobsen doesn't fancy it, recycles it, ball over, and that pass is a bit rogue. Sanna Solberg not where Reistad was expecting her. They have a little word, a bit of an apology, I think. May have been Solberg who was out of position, not waiting in the corner. And after 3 minutes here in this bronze medal game, clear to see that both teams very much up for this one. You'd expect nothing less. Zadi, Bruna-Japaula cuts inside, lays it off again, and low shot through the keeper's legs. Second of the day for Metz. First for Grace Zadi. Esbjerg trying to break immediately in a free throw one. Good transition defense. Right through the legs of Dina Eckerle. And Zadi getting back just in time to cut out Reistad and give away the free throw. Empty switch again from Esbjerg. Brings Reistad into the center. Lets that one off to Tramborg. Mette Tramborg hops a little. Finds her way through, makes it 2-2. And Metz taking their throw off out of position there, so everyone has to make their way back, and we can see a replay. Little double hop there with the right foot for Tramborg as she manages eventually to get her composure and place that one past Kapitanovic. Referees just having a word with Tramborg there. She's getting into a bit of a battle on the line with Buktit. Japaula lays it off to Zadi. Back to Japaula. Out to the wing. Not a great angle there. Shot comes off the post and picked up by Eckerle. Backed herself there in the left wing. Canor, but it wasn't the best angle to shoot from. Reistad breaks through in the left-hand side. That shot is wide, and that's a surprising one. A bit of a gasp from the crowd there as they expected that one to crash into the back of the net. And I think there wasn't a touch from the keeper either. That one clean over the top. And just a bit of last gasp defending to put Reistad off as she shot. Empty switch, brings the Paula in. Finds a way through. Shot isn't a good one though. Free throw. Good coverage and defense, and that's going to be important for Esbjerg, particularly as Bruna de Paula can find a way through almost at will. Second player defending will be key. That ball inside is a good one, but again, good coverage and defense. And it's Vilde Ingstad who gets a couple of high fives from her teammates in defense. Really solid stuff from the Norwegian. Nice little 1-2 there now. Rocket into the top right-hand corner by Gras Zadi. 2 goals for her here early on. That one really pinpoint accuracy with the shot, and a difficult angle as well. Coming in between number 1 and 2. There's only one place she could put that to evade the goalkeeper, and she did it. Reistad, ball into the line, nice spin and a save by Kapitanovic out over the sideline. So a throw in to Esbjerg. But a couple of decent saves here early doors for Ivana Kapitanovic. Line switch. Lays the ball off to Tranborg. Breistel creates the space there, but the referees say it was done illegally. Attacker foul, and away come Metz, looking for the outlet there, or outlet pass there. Cardoso. It wasn't on, so they switch up between attack and defense. Vodacek comes off, only playing in defense at the moment. Hopefully we'll see some of her in the backcourt and attack as well. Bruna de Paula gets it from the right. Tries to beat her defender. Keeps moving here. Always a pain in the neck for a defense, and in the end lays off the pass into the line. And with that, Metz lead by 2, 4-2. The responding shot is no good, and a chance now to, I was going to say a chance to break, because there was a couple of wingers flying over the halfway line already. But the referees belatedly call the free throw. So Esbjerg reset, and it's quite the opposite to their start yesterday against Djur when they went 7-4 up. They find themselves after 8 minutes of play here 4-2 down. Reistad not being given lots of space to play with, trying to find the wings instead a lot more than they did yesterday. Hand up for passive play. That's a good ball, and well, the pass was the wrong decision there, and Rosberg ran into trouble immediately. Tranborg herself probably could have taken on the shot, and Rosberg Jakobsen was already on the move, as you can see, but good coverage in defense, and the attacker foul called. There's the previous goal for Sarah Buktit. So Metz definitely did their homework here in terms of the defense, and they're dealing with this difficult 3 players in the backcourt and line player set up very well, forcing the balls out to the wings. And it's not really working out for Esbjerg so far. Yellow card and a penalty dished out there, and Henny Reistad trying to plea her case, but she's better off staying quiet at this point. Little shove there on Gras Zadi as she broke in. Tamara Hodacek 4 from 4 from the penalty line yesterday. Make that 5 from 5 this weekend. Dina Eckerla stood back on her line there. Was happy to take on the challenge, but was sent the wrong way. Nice luck from above there. As Eckerla guessed to her right, ball went flying past to her left. So early danger here for Esbjerg. Reistad Oh, it's a great breakthrough. Just a free throw given as the shot drifts wide to the right. And a yellow card given to Buktit. She's happy to take that one. Good defense so far, as I was saying, against this backcourt three. And Ingstad on the line as well, who's not being given anything for free. Reistad again tries to beat her woman. The shot, though, straight at the keeper. Another free throw given. And Jesper, not a happy man whatsoever after just 10 minutes of play here and his team trailing 5-2. He takes a timeout. Let's listen in.
Lige nu handler det om at blive vinder og holde ro i maven. De dækker pisse godt op. De spiller til 3-8 chancen frem. De spiller til 2-2 point på ydersiden, som de har dummet os på. Så vi burde være foran, det er vi bare ikke. Vi bliver med at spille, vi bliver med at holde ro. Og så er det sidste, når vi er trykket ind over, så gælder det om at smide sig ned på et trappekast. For de ting, de kan. De kører lige, de kører frem herovre med russer. Og så kommer jeg ind i midten. Der er løgn der, der lige tager løgn herovre. Drejer hen ud.
So Snakke Ikedansk very well, but I believe he was talking about the chances they were creating, just not putting them away and setting up the next attack for them. And they have been creating chances so far, but there has been in the backcourt anyway, a lot of 1v1 attacking. When they have moved the ball, they have created the chances on the wing, and then it's up to Solberg and Jakobsen to put them away. Breistel on the right-hand side. Ball across to Muller, who's come in and immediately, very much against what Jesper Jensen would have wanted, an attacker foul called against Henny Reistad. Rune de Paula, ball across, overlap on the right-hand side, and the wing shot fired into the bottom left-hand corner. Keeper stranded where she was. As Adriana Cardoso with a fine finish and a simple setup in the end. It all came from that 1v1 from Bruna de Paula. She beat her woman and then created the overlap from there. Reistad. Oh, that's good. Breistel shoots it into the post and free throw given in the end, but another missed opportunity. I think if she put that away, the referees would have given it. Muller to Breistel. Reistad. Ball over the top, and another attacker foul called against Rosberg Jakobsen. And that's great coverage and defense. They really move over so quickly, and it's becoming a real pain for this Esbjerg attack. And a 2-minute suspension now dished out as well. The referees not looking kindly on anything Esbjerg seem to be doing at the moment. And Muller, who's just come on after the timeout, already sent to the bench for the next 2 minutes. For jersey pulling, that appears to be the crime. And you can see it there on the replay. Bruna de Paula, shot saved, and that's the first save of the day for Dina Eckerle. That'll be a boost for her, a big boost as well. Took on 7 shots yesterday, wasn't able to save any of them, so very capable goalkeeper, one of the top savers at the Women's World Championship last year for Germany. So she has the ability, just needs a bit of confidence, and that may give it to her. So Esbjerg take the goalkeeper out to play, even up the odds, 6v6 rather. That ball over the top spilled into the hands of Rosberg Jakobsen. Hand is up for passive play. Reistad. Shot saved again by Kapitanovic. The shooting not quite on form so far today for Reistad. Breistel tries to find a way through, battles her way through. Another free throw given, and there's a defender on the ground as well. And took a bit of a knee to the body there. And a bit of angst on the Danish fans as they watch on. This not going to plan so far. We're creeping towards the quarter-hour mark as Melanie Nokandi gets back up on her feet. Creeping towards the quarter-hour mark, and Esbjerg 6 goals to 2 down. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Knee right into the stomach, which is a painful one to get. And that shot hits the stanchion behind the post. Nothing clicking for the backcourt so far today for Esbjerg. Still a long way to go, but they're going to have to figure something out. And I can see, and you can see in your bottom right-hand corner, Jesper Jensen scribbling out some instructions here for the next set play and attack. That's good defending. There's an overlap on the wings. Zadie decides to go alone, though. Saw just a little hint of a gap between the two defenders. Threw herself into it. And with that, makes it 7-2. See that again. Not much of a gap there, but a tiny bit of hesitation by Myers and Frafjord. And Zadie doesn't need a second invitation. Reistad. Ball to Tramborg, but already smothered by the defenders as soon as she looks up. Reistad being marked 1v1, and that ball spills into her hands eventually. Recycled, but the hand is up for passive play. Reistad into the line, a bit of space at last, but no. Ingstad was inside as she received the ball. And now a chance for Cardoso to break, and it'll be a penalty and perhaps a 2-minute suspension on top of that. There wasn't too much in that, but enough for the referees to call the penalty and the suspension on top of that for Sanna Solberg. A fair bit of contact in the end. And Adriana Cardoso knew it was coming. You see the replay of Ingstad being inside as she received the ball. So yet again, it's Tamara Horacek from the 7-meter line, and the lob is a poor one, well over the top. Never a bad idea, but that was a bad execution. So a real let-off there for Esbjerg, but they will have to go through another 2-minute suspension as soon as the last one just expired. They'll try and take a few seconds off the clock here and get themselves a goal. It's been a long, long while. You can see there, almost 11 minutes since they last scored. Reistad plays it into the line. That's much better. Squeeze that one through the legs of the keeper. And finally, after a great save as well down the other end, but a penalty called immediately. Is it going to be another suspension or just a penalty? I think it's just a penalty on this occasion. But full credit to Beyza Turkoglu, receiving that ball as a second line, took a hit as well. Down the other end, Melanie Nokandi takes the late hit from Henny Reistad. Not really necessary, that touch, particularly as Dina Ekkerle did so well to make the save. And Jesper Jensen gets a yellow card for his talking back to the referees. So Horacek just missed. Ras Zadie next up on the penalty list. And she makes no mistake from the 7-meter line, placing that into the bottom right-hand corner and restoring the 5-goal lead for Mets handball. So Michaela Muller in the right back position now. Receives it from Reistad. Reistad comes into the center. Reistad looking for space. That's much better. Henny Reistad gets an inch of space and absolutely rockets that one in. Just needed a little bit of space to jump into. Finally given it by Mets defense that have been so efficient so far and really dogged in their determination to afford no space. Down the other end, simple ball into the line to Sarah Buktit. She places that one past the keeper and makes it 9-4. 2 from 2 for the young line player. Good finish as well. Had the height advantage over the keeper and made it pay. But that'll be something of a confidence builder for Esbjerg. Now that Reistad is off the mark. And Lena Myers coming in on the right wing position. She can also play in the backcourt. Here she is, lays it off. Goes in as a second line player. And yet again, well, it's down that left-hand side. They're getting a bit of joy this time. Muller is the beneficiary of it. But that was handy play by Esbjerg, bringing in Lena Myers, coming around from the right wing as a second line player and forcing the Mets defense to pay a bit of attention to her, opening up just a little bit more space on that left-hand side. And with that, Esbjerg up and running now at long last in terms of scoring. 3 in quick succession, and they're in the game. Burgard in, lays it off to Zadi, out to the wing. There's a decent angle there for the shot, and it's a very nice finish. Tidy lob over the keeper by Adriana Cardoso. That's double scores, 10-5. And the Mets fans on their feet, you can see in the top right hand of your screen there. Line switch with Camp laying it off at speed. Muller, Breistel, Muller again. Oh, it's much better. Now they're flowing, and Michaela Muller seems to have injected some purpose into this backcourt. 2 from 2. Just getting her hands on the ball with a bit of space. Keeper was there, but a bit too much power on it. And right in between the hands of Kapitanovic. So Mets with a 4-goal lead still, looking fairly comfortable, but for as long as Esbjerg were not scoring, they'll be hoping they would have been able to build a larger lead, as Nguyen again, joy being found on the line for Mets. 5-goal game yet again. Breistel evades the challenge. A free throw given eventually. And I was mentioning, for all their dominance in the opening quarter of the game, Mets would have probably liked to build a larger lead than they have at the moment. As we saw yesterday, 5 goals can be turned around very, very quickly. They were the team to do it yesterday. Breistel lays it off to Tramborg. Nice movement inside. It's got to be a penalty. It is. Little jink inside. Catches out the Mets defense. Mette Tramborg, for being a tall and powerful shooter, also has great feet. And selling Zadi there. Penalty put away with ease. Kaya Kamp with her first of the day. Scored a penalty yesterday against Djur as well. Made that one nice and simple. No messing around, just placed it past the keeper. And Esbjerg back within 4 with 10 minutes left in this first half. And Esbjerg gaining confidence, that's for sure. Looking a bit more purposeful in the attack. They need to sort out their defense though. Next, a few too many easy passes into the line have cost them in this game so far. Line switch with Nguyen. Zadi waiting in the center. Burgard lays it off to her. Gras Zadi, touch from the keeper, but can't keep it out. And finally, a long-range goal for Mets this weekend. Gras Zadi firing that one in. That's going to be a suspension, I think. It is indeed. 2-minute suspension. And the guilty party is Louise Burgard against her fellow Danes. And on that occasion, her international teammate, Muller, had a nice assist there previously to set up Zadi. So for the first time today, Mets a woman short for the next 2 minutes, and a bit of an opportunity for Esbjerg to maybe cut this deficit a bit more, but they have to be efficient here. 2 line players, 2 backcourt players. Reistad back in, trying to go alone, but an attack, or not an attacker foul, but too many steps called against Henny Reistad, and that seemed a little bit harsh, seeing as she ran into contact. But yeah, in the end, took about 5 or 6 steps. So Metz with a bit of a let-off there from Esbjerg. And now try to take a few more seconds off this suspension. And then no goalkeeper at home, playing 6v6 in the attack. Kanor in the backcourt now. Zadi to Kanor, cuts inside, runs into the defenders, but releases the shot just in time. Camp. And Esbjerg decides to slow things down. Metz now with a 6-goal lead. And although Esbjerg have picked up their attacking a little bit, I believe 6 goals is the largest lead of the game so far. And a quick response there, that's much, much better. From Henny Reistad, second of the day for her. Using the defender's block well, able to beat her defender. The line player's block rather, Kaya Kamp. And there's a change now between the posts for Esbjerg as Rikke Paulsen has come in. Made a few decent saves yesterday. What can she do today? Zadi into the line, is stolen, and just inside there was Marit Mam Frafjord. And she snatched that ball. So Metz hold on to it. Suspension over, so Metz back up to full strength, but the hand is up for passive play here in the attack. Ball across, great timing and a fantastic lob over the keeper. Really good stuff. And as Melanino Kandi. If we can see the replay of that, just how good the timing was on that run. Nothing the defense can do about it when the ball is moving like that and the player running onto the ball is moving as fast as she is. Line switch for Esbjerg. Tramborg across, and it's a really good shot. I mean, the power generated there by Mikaela Muller over and over again is fantastic. Really letting it rip now. 3 goals in this first half since coming on. But down the other end, nothing Esbjerg can do to stop that Metz attack. And that, for them, despite all their offensive woes in the first quarter, is really the difference between the teams, that they just cannot stop Metz at the moment. There's Muller's shot. That's the best of the lot so far. 3 really good goals from the backcourt. Grassadi again. This time facing Rikke Paulsen. Makes it look easy. Little break of the wrist. And she floats that one past the keeper. Goal number 6 today from 6. Grassadi in top form. Didn't have the best of days yesterday. Had some brilliant moments, but today really showing why she is considered among the very best players in the world. Kamp on the switch. Ball out to the wing, but Myers has to recycle it. And she does, out to Muller. Tramborg again. Mikaela Muller runs into trouble, keeps moving well, and the free throw given. Good timing from the Metz defense. They're really out on top as soon as the ball comes into hand, and that has been a real problem in the attack for Esbjerg today. And a shot tipped onto the post, and away they go. Ball over the top. Cardoso. Rebound picked up there, but I think Cardoso was inside, so good call from the referees not to allow Valentini to take that rebound shot. Paulsen on the board in terms of saves, I guess you could say. Esbjerg in these final 5 minutes of the half have a job to do. They need to do something to cut the deficit. 6 goals difference at halftime will be difficult to contemplate coming back from. Ball over the top is almost stolen. Referee's not happy enough with the defending, just a free throw given. But really, Metz out on top of this attack over and over again as soon as they get their hands on the ball. Nothing being given easy. That's a penalty though, and maybe a bit more. And the referees just asking for the floor to be swept. Nice movement again there by Beyza Turkoglu. done well since coming on, scored from the line, won the penalty there from the wing. And now for the first time today, Melanie Halter will face Kaya Kamp from the penalty line. Kamp fakes it once, twice. Whips that one off the post, but wide. And opportunities like that cannot afford to be missed today. And the frustration on Kaya Kamp's face, clear to see. Had the keeper beat, but wrong side of that post. So both sides now with a penalty miss so far today. Burgar. Zadi lays it off. Nice movement in the backcourt. Kanor lays it off again, but lands, and so too many steps taken in the end. Good call from the referees. They're really keeping an eye on everything, not giving anything away to the players today in attack or defense for that fact. That's a great save down low, but it's going to be a suspension for a drag on the back of Reistad's jersey. And a suspension for Orlan Kanor. I think she was asking Reistad, did I actually drag you there? Well, she's off. Stuck in it again. Yeah, there wasn't too much in that. A little push in the end. Bit harsh, I think. Reistad. It off to Breistel. Breistel out to the wing, and space there through the legs of the keeper. And Marit Rosberg Jakobsen gets herself on the scoreboard. Hasn't been given too many opportunities. She's been on the ball a couple of times, but always great coverage and defense when it's 6v6. But with the extra woman on court, they had a good chance there on the right-hand side, and they made good use of it. Engwan on the line switch. Zadi receives it from Burgar. Bruna Paula back on in the left-back position. Ball into the line, almost spills, picks up in the end by Astrid Engwan. She makes no mistake. Really nice target to have in the line position. Gets her hands on the ball well. Reistad to Breistel. Reistad out to the wing again. Pass a bit too slow, so they have to go recycle it and try and set things up again. Reistad goes one way, decides against it. Hand up for passive play now. Looks like the right wing is what they're aiming for. There it is, ball out to Rosberg Jakobsen. Caught in the back of the net for the second time in a row. Two in quick succession for the Norwegian right wing. So they stayed calm and kept moving the ball until they found the right shot. And as has been the problem in the second quarter of this game, Esbjerg have attacked pretty well, but they just cannot stop Metz. Metz continue to score almost with ease here, but that was an attacker foul called against Chloe Valentini, so helping out their opponents a bit there. For the final 90 seconds, Esbjerg going with two line players and two backcourt players. It is 6v6 though, so a bit unusual. With the squad shape that Esbjerg have, something we've seen them do every now and then. Breistel back to Reistad. Reistad with a bit of space, and that's much better. Didn't try to force that one in, bounced it past the keeper. Waited and waited in the air. And with a minute left, Esbjerg back within 4 now. Zadi, for a much more manageable halftime score to go in with. Timeout called by Emmanuel Mayanad. Important for him now and his team that they managed to get another goal here and actually give themselves a decent lead to go into the break with.
Celui qui va consister pour Orlan à déplacer là-bas, Louise a enchaîné et à revenir fort. Attention, parce que quand on a joué précédemment avec Grasse, on a tout fait trop vite, et quand Grasse a récupéré la balle là-bas, tout le monde savait qu'elle allait arriver. Orlan bouge fort là-bas, Louise arrive, bouge pour déplacer celui-là, et Mélie reviendra. Astrid
As I was saying, for all their dominance in this game so far, I would feel like a 5 or 6 goal lead is what they deserve to go into the break with. But if it ends up being 3 or 4, that'll be a big boost for Esbjerg going into the dressing rooms. "45 seconds left in this first half. Nokandi to Kanor. Engwan on the line switch. Lays it off to Kanor. Burgard. Nice movement again in the backcourt, and it's put away. Melanie Nokandi limps away. Looks like she's hurt herself a little bit. Still going back into defense. Nice finish. Hopefully she's okay. Ball out to the wing. An attacker foul called again. Well, there's a lot of these attacker fouls called. This time, Michaela Muller, the one called against. Zadi has come in now for Nokandi. Burgard, not a lot of time left to shoot. Ball into the line is brilliant. And another goal, and that's exactly what Emmanuel Mayenard and Metz feel they deserve here at halftime. A 6-goal lead. 2 very well-worked finishes. That ball inside from Louise Burgard, a beauty. And before that, a long-range shot from Nokandi. She ended up limping away, so hopefully she's not hurt herself too much. There was a replay, and well, all things considered, Metz will be absolutely delighted with what they've seen in this opening 30 minutes. They've responded very well to yesterday's loss. They've controlled the game for the vast majority. They've looked very much at ease in attack and creating opportunities almost at will, while in defense they've been able to thwart Henny Rijstad for the most part. That the big danger, and they go into the break with a very healthy lead, 18-12. A big climb here for Esbjerg, who we know will not go down without a fight, that's for sure, and they do have a lot to improve on here in the second half. Things can get a lot better for them. They have about 15 minutes now to figure things out in the dressing room and figure out a way to make this a competitive second half in the bronze medal match at the EHF Final Four. So your stats at the halftime break. Scoring percentage, Metz handball really flying here, 82%. Saving percentage, just 5 for Team Esbjerg. That is dire, and nobody will mind me saying that. They need to improve on that big time. The scoring percentage, not bad for Esbjerg, but there's been a lot of turnovers, a lot of attacking fouls called against them. Really things that they should be able to fix on a given day. And the goal timeline, that says it all really. Just 2 goals in the opening quarter of the game for Esbjerg before they turned it up a little bit. But the damage was very much done in that opening quarter, and Metz with a comfortable lead at the break. We're going to take a 10-minute pause, and you get to enjoy the highlights of the first half. Here are the scores. Grasadi on top form with 6 so far. Rijstad and Muller leading the way for Esbjerg, but they can and should do a lot better in the second half. Metz in command. Enjoy the highlights from the first half, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes time with the second half of Esbjerg. On to start this second half after she was replaced momentarily by Melanie Halter. And Team Esbjerg get this second half underway. And it's Chris O'Reilly here with you for this second half and all day long. And we build up to the final at 6 o'clock Central European time between Djurgården and Vipers Kristiansand. But here in the battle for bronze, there's a real job on Esbjerg's hands to come back into the contest. Rijstad lays it off to Breistel, runs into problems there with the defense, but manages to turn the shoulder and get her way through to take the shot, but a free throw given. She's fouled on the way through. Solberg trying to get involved in there, and that shot parried away to the left, so a solid start in between the posts for Ivana Kapitanovic, and not exactly how Esbjerg would have imagined starting this second half. But as we've seen often, running into trouble, running into traffic and contact with the defenders, and their shooting, when that happens, just not up to scratch. Zadi to Burgard. Around comes Cardoso. Now is the second line. Good movement there, and a rocket of a shot as well from Orlan Canor. There's the first goal of the second half, and with it, a 7-goal lead for Metz. Reistad lays it off to Tramborg. Reistad in between 1 and 2 there. That's much better. Dynamic movement there. Getting on the move and getting up before the defense even have a chance to realize that she's coming. Well, that all came from the reverse pass from Breistel. Really smart stuff. And the defense, mere passengers in that play. Burgard, and the same movement again with Cardoso coming in from the right wing as a second line player. Burgard now lays it off, not fancying shots today, and the shot that does come in goes wide to the right. Breistel being put into the center again, and down below you can see that Emmanuel Maynard having words with his defense and with Burgard, perhaps talking about her need to shoot as well. Didn't have a good shooting performance yesterday. Maybe has impacted her a little bit. She's been looking to lay off every opportunity she's had. It's worked to great effect, mind you. Very unselfish, but at a certain point she'll have to take some shots on as well. As we see that attacker foul, good defending by Vilde Ingstad. Gras Zadi is the player whistled against, and there has been a lot of attacker fouls called today and attacker technical faults of different kinds. The second line is Turkoglu, the right-hander. She doesn't want to be out there. Ball out to the left wing, and that is Sanna Solberg's favourite position. There's plenty of space to run into that one. She puts it away to make it a 5-goal game. So we're going to see a lot of movement off the ball here from Beyza Turkoglu. The right-hander on the right wing. She'll be coming in as a second line player over and over again. Nguyen on the line switch. Canor. Burgard. There's a shot from Burgard, but it's saved down low by Rikke Poulsen. Early save here in this second half for the Norwegian. In between the posts for the Danish side. One of the 6 Norwegians in this Esbjerg squad. Another one just found the back of the net. That's a good finish by Henny Reistad. Much more confident start to this second half for her. And the deficit cut down to 4 now, so it's a solid beginning, exactly what Esbjerg would have wanted. And yet again, we see the line player knocked down to the ground. A lot of contact going on in there between the defense and the line. But she managed to hold up one of them and created some kind of space for Reistad to play with. Nguyen, Burgard drifts out to the left, lays it off to Canor. Zadi held up immediately by Sanna Solberg. Burgard in the center now. Pass off to Canor. Everyone cutting inside here. Hand up for passive play. The ball spills out of the hand, but a free throw given. And Esbjerg doing well to squeeze Metz a little bit here in the center, giving no room for them to maneuver. Burgard again drifting. Ball back to Canor, and the ball goes Esbjerg's way. Not for the first time in this second half. It was often the case in the first half that it was Esbjerg turning the ball over in these opening minutes. The referees looking favourably upon the Danish side in that sense. Empty switch brings Breistel into the centre. Ball out to Tramborg, into the line. There's a chance here, and penalty given. Easy call in the end. Couldn't find the back of the net, but did enough to force the penalty. Vilde Ingstad. She has been so good all weekend long. A real battler. You can see it on her face as well. Managed to squeeze in between the two defenders, get the shot away. And a switch between the posts for this penalty. Melanie Halter against Henny Reistad. Reistad not messing about there. Stood up, waited for the whistle, fired it past the keeper. 3-goal game. So 4-1 in this second half in the favor of the Danish club. They've really come back firing here. And with that, an early timeout at the start of the second half by Emmanuel Mayenard and Metz, and a right decision as well, as he'll try to set things straight. It's really the thing every coach and every team fears when having a healthy lead like that 6-goal lead at halftime, is that they let so much of it slip early in the second half. That is exactly what's happened here. It is still very early, just 6.5 minutes played in the second period, but now with a 3-goal game, Esbjörg will see themselves very much back in contention here, and it's Metz's job to try and build up a bit of a lead again. Grassadi goes back to have a word with Mayenard as the floor was being swept. I think a bit of water dripped onto the floor there from the huddle. Now we're back underway. Engwan on the switch, lays it off to Canora, comes in a real speed, barrels into the defenders and fires that one past Poulsen. Good stuff there from Orlan Canor. Was drifting a little bit to the right a few times before, but this time straight into the center, happy to take on the defenders, really threw her body on the line there, and it paid off. 2016. Reistad. Oh, nice breakthrough. And the left-hand side between 1 and 2. So good at that. It's interesting, probably two players who were the very best last year, 2021, in women's handball, Henny Reistad and Grassadi. Two very different players, but what they both do exceptionally is that break down the left-hand side between 1 and 2, floating across and releasing a brilliant shot. We've seen it from both of them in this game so far. And it looks like we're going to see a 2-minute suspension. And it's Mette Tramborg, who has been relatively well behaved today in comparison to yesterday. 3 2-minute suspensions yesterday and a red card, the first of the day for her. Tried to hold on for dear life there, and as soon as a player went down, she knew it was coming. Zadi whips that one across to the wing, and it's saved, rebound picked up, saved again, double stop for Rikke Poulsen. That'll be a real confidence boost for her. Look how much it means to her. Huge double save. And it's moments like that which will really shift momentum. 3 saves from 10 shots, 2 of them happening in the space of a second. First one, the ball across was great. Shot wasn't so good. Rebound picked up, and a challenge as well. Referees were happy to let it flow. And Poulsen with the double save. Muller to Reistad. Reistad breaks through, and it's a 2-minute suspension. Going the other way now. Similar challenge, and Grassadi, the guilty party. Have to look at the replay there. Shirt dragging the entire way through, and then Reistad flung herself at the shot, as you expect her to do, but the jersey being held all the way. At some point you have to let go. Michaela Muller, you just see there being lifted off, which is really not a nice sight at all. Didn't see what happened originally to her. As we were watching Reistad break through, that is quite devastating. We can only hope for the best for Michaela Muller. And a shoe being taken off, which suggests perhaps something with the ankle, but never good to speculate in these situations, so we just wish her the best as play gets back underway. Reistad lays it off to the wing, right-handed shot there, but it's put away. Nicely done, Beyza Turkoglu. He's had a fine game so far today. Coming on, scored her first goal as a left winger coming in on the line. Won a penalty on the left wing, and now she's scored on the right wing. A real all-rounder. That's a good pass in, and the shot was poor, but the penalty given. And with that, a chance for Metz to finally get back on the scoreboard. That was a great no-look pass by Tamara Horacek. Nice to see her finally in action from open play. Only been taking penalties so far. She missed the penalty already today, but she's got the opportunity to make up for that now, which she does. 21-18 to Metz. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Places it nicely into that top right-hand corner. So Esbjerg with Muller going off injured there, looking even shallower in depth when it comes to the backcourt. Nice spin there by Breistel. And a free throw given. So 2 line players in there at the moment. 40 seconds left on the suspension for Metz. They have to be smart on the ball here. Reistad looks to go 1 against 1. And a second player comes in there. Heavy challenge. Referees seem to think it was just a free throw. Let's look at that one again. Beats the first defender. And in comes Burgard to help out. That's much better. And then inside defending, perhaps? No, the referees think not. Canor comes across. 10 seconds left on the suspension, so Esbjerg would like to get on with things here. Breistel. Reistad, and in the end, well, that's poor. Giving the ball away in a warming-up situation. Passive play called against Esbjerg. And both teams now back up to full strength. And a 3-goal game on our hands. Burgard lays it off to Zadi, line switch with Engwan. We've seen this play a few times, and it results usually in an Orlan Canor shot on goal. It's simple stuff, but it really seems to baffle the Danish defense. Creates a bit of a bottleneck in the center of that defense as they're held up by the line. Burgard coming across, and Canor does the rest. Ball in is a poor one, and the referees say there was no foul there either. Fast break opportunity. Chloe Valentini bounces that one past the keeper, and Metz re-established a decent lead here. 5 goals all of a sudden. She's been quiet out in the left wing, but ran that fast break well. Good pass across, just out of reach of Trambort. And Metz, 5 goals to the good. And another one from the right wing for Beyza Turkoglu. The keeper going back onto her line there, thinking that'll do the job, but good finishing. Who needs left-handers? And I say that as a left-hander, so of course we need them. Really good stuff there by Turkoglu. Doing the business out in the right wing. Going to see the similar movement again. And this time, Louise Burgard decides to go alone. And I think we're all expecting her to lay that ball off, including the Esbjerg defense. But Burgard gets herself her first goal of the weekend. And that's nice to see. Good finish as well, bouncing that one past the keeper. And you can see how much it means to her. Ball across to Reistad, leaves that one behind. Double dribble called against her. Things just not clicking again for Team Esbjerg. And a bit too much of a reliance on so few players in the backcourt. But great to see that Michaela Muller is on her feet and tying up her shoelaces. So it may have looked pretty bad earlier, but she seems ready to throw herself back into the mix, which will be great news for the Esbjerg fans. Canor again, this time over the top, and no foul as well. Hit on the way through, but that shot off the top of the crossbar. Annette Jensen in the left back position. Reistad cuts out to the right, plays that over to Tramborg. That's inside defending, and a penalty called by the Bosnian referees. Does well to draw in the defenders, 3 of them on top of her. Gets a hit for her trouble and lays it off to Tramborg, who earns the penalty, and it's Reistad to take it. Oh, makes it look easy. Just places that one past, and Esbjerg bring up the 20-goal mark. 8 goals for Henny Reistad. Had a difficult time in the first half, but still manages to rack up the goals like nobody's business. 22 last season, 16 so far on the final weekend this year. Canor to Burgar. Burgar held up well. Sanne Solberg coming out, timing her defensive output well. Standing shot blocked and just out of the reach of Turkoglu, so that'll remain a Mets ball. Zadi with the pot shot there from the center, receives it again from Burgard. Canor, Zadi tries to break free, big ball over the top, recycled well. Burgard into the line, but there's no space. That's good defending, and that'll be a bit of a celebratory moment for the Esbjerg defense, but they have to keep it going. Held up, and a free throw called again. The hand is up for passive play from the Bosnian refs. Zadi prodding and probing, not enjoying quite as much luck in this second half as she did in the first. Here we go again. Little 1-2, nice play out to the wing. Cardoso saved at the near post. Little hip check there from Rika Paulsen. And Solberg looking to put some pace in the ball, but Reistad happy to slow things down and set it up. There's a long way to go in this game. Just over 14 minutes to play, 4 goals between the sides. Turkoglu going in as a second line player. Between 2 and 3 on the right-hand side. Reistad focusing on the right. The shot comes in from Tramborg. Went into the back of the net, but the referees blew the whistle before that. Gifted her the near post there, and then just checked across in the last second. Classic goalkeeping. Reistad drops the shoulder. Jensen, oh, a bit of fortune there as the ball drops into the hands of guess who? It's Beyza Turkoglu, the Turkish left wing, who's scoring all her goals from the line and the right wing. So we can call her an all-rounder around that 6-meter line. 3-goal game again. Tamara Horacek back in the center of the attack. And I say back in, we've barely seen her, but here she is. Bruna Japaula is back in the center at the moment. Lays it off to Horacek. That's a really good finish across the body of the defenders and across the goal. Keeper probably could have done better than that, but really caught everyone off guard there. Nice finish by Tamara Horacek, her first from open play this weekend. And down the other end, Henny Reistad just continues to prod and probe herself, always trying to find a way through, will not give the defenders a moment peace. And as she scores that one, she sends Orlan Canor down to the deck as well. Like, right, I'll go at you again. And I think that was a leg to the trunk of the body And Kanor goes down holding, and you can see there a bit of fortune as the ball just spills into the hands of Turkoglu, who, without a moment's hesitation, drops that one over the keeper's head and between the arms. Frustration for Ivana Kapitanovic. Kanor will make her way off for the moment. A few changes in the attack. And it's a dangerous position for Metz to be in. They're still 3 goals to the good, still a decent lead, but they've been leading for the vast majority of this game. And they do not want things to get tense and tight here, because that's when the weight of losing such a healthy lead will really come back to haunt them. Bruna Japaula tries to break through herself there and is hauled down for a free throw. She hasn't enjoyed as much space as she did yesterday against Vipers. She goes again, this time breaks free, ball into the line, and again bodies on the ground. And a free throw called yet again by the referees. But good defending overall from Esbjerg. Ball out to the left-hand side this time. That one crashes off the post, but a penalty given to Tamara Horacek. Looked like Esbjerg came away lucky there, but Vilde Ingstad gives away the penalty in the end, asking her teammates exactly what that was for. Well, I think it was actually more Turkoglu with the contact before the shot was taken. Grasadi to take this one. Takes it once and tries to lob, and does lob the keeper. Zadi, all business. She fires in goal number 7 this evening. Just out of the reach of Paulsen. Turkoglu comes around as a second line. Jensen to Reistad. Waiting on the right is Tramborg, but a 2-minute suspension in the meantime. Dished out to Tamara Horacek. As for illegal activity against the line player, Ingstad. Just let you see exactly what was happening there. And the jersey being pulled and pulled and pulled there. The referees had enough of it. So 1 moment advantage now for Esbjerg. Ball out to the right again. Turkoglu, why not? But that time was not a good shot. Looking for the lob, maybe caught in 2 minds. And Esbjerg missing a golden opportunity there at the worst possible moment when they're 1 woman up. Ball just not really coming out of the hand properly. Bruna Japaula in the center. Buktit on the line switch, lays it off to Burgard. Back into Zadi. Plenty of movement off the ball here as well. They need to be careful. Metz, there's no goalkeeper at home, so they have to take care of the ball. That's not taking care of the ball, but they get the free throw. And the hand is up for passive play still. The referees call a halt so they can have a word with the players and also get the floor swept. So we've been stuck in this 3-4 goal game for quite a while now. Neither team able to make too much inroad on the other. Zadi, Burgard, that one blocked by Tramborg in defense. One Danish national team right back blocking another Danish team national right back. Hand still up for passive play. Zadi tries to find a way through with the left hand this time. Another free throw. There can't be much left on this. 2 passes or 1 pass, according to Vilde Ingstad. So the shot is going to have to come in. Who's going to take it? Ball laid back, and a bit of a wrestling match going on there. Referees give the ball over to Esbjerg. Great defense there, but now they need to start scoring goals again. Jensen, the only backcourt player in there at the moment, waiting for Reistad to come in. There's still 15 seconds left on the suspension. Rystad breaks through. Jensen puts it away. Her first of the day. 3-goal game again. Just in the nick of time before the suspension comes to an end. First defender beaten, and Annette Jensen has plenty of space to run into there and got her composure just in time. Put it past the keeper. Paula looking to take on the defense again, lays it off. Hasn't been able to shoot herself, shoved over there, and I think it was just a bit of sweat or water on the floor that caused her to fall. Thankfully she's okay. And as you can see the crowd there, a lot of nervous faces on both sides. Nobody really enjoying this at the moment. Burgard waiting on the right. Ball goes over to her. Ball into the line. A real wrestling match going on there. Just a free throw given. Looking for a penalty there. Marit Malm Frafjord has been given a 2-minute suspension by the other referee. So one of them was saying, yeah, that's fine, just a free throw. The other one comes walking over and makes the late decision to give Frafjord a 2-minute suspension. So looks like they didn't really agree with themselves there. Anyway, that's it. Suspension for Esbjerg. Nets now 1 woman up. Bruna Paula to Zadi. She has space here. Goes between 1 and 2, and it's a penalty called. Frustration on Rika Paulsen's face after she makes the save. And Kaya Kamp, the guilty party there. There wasn't too much in that. Zadi broke through pretty cleanly, and the save was made. The penalty given now, and it's Tamara Horacek again. Keeper stays back in the line and just evaded her there. Tamara Horacek back on the scoreboard. She scored 1 from open play, but every other goal she scored, I think 8 this weekend in total, has been from the penalty line. And the light there on Jamila Michiewicz's face. We haven't seen her on court at all. That hasn't stopped her enjoying herself. Jensen running into a dead end there, has to recycle it. Gets it back in the right back position, into the line, spilled away, and there's an empty net to shoot into. Ball over the top, and Valentini fires that one home. And Mets looking to grab a real stronghold on this game now. 5 goals between the teams. And things getting perhaps a little desperate for Esbjerg. Mets, who lost the bronze medal match in their previous appearance here back in 2019. Looking to go one better this time, and at the moment looking good for that. That shot from Vilde Ingstad was in, but she was on the line according to the referees. We've seen more inside calls than I've seen in a while in a game as well. The referees really keeping a keen eye on that. Buktit lays it off on the switch. Bruna Paula to Horacek. Bruna Paula again in the center. Lays it off, out to the wing. Cardoso, that's a good finish. Adriana Cardoso, just with enough space there to run onto the ball, and squeezes that one into the bottom left-hand corner. Things looking very, very good for Mets now. They've regained their 6-goal lead. Timeout, Esbjerg. So Esbjerg going 7v6 now for the final few minutes of the game as they try to make it a contest at least. That was a good finish on the right wing. And Cardoso right in between the arms and legs and into that bottom left-hand corner. Had a solid weekend out in the right wing. So 7v6, what can they do with it? Jensen lays it up to Solberg across the Reistad. Plenty of movement from both teams here, and Jensen with the shot. Referees were happy to let it go. No goal, and a bit of a rush shot as well from Annette Jensen. I think she was looking for the penalty. The referee's not interested. And you can see you could hardly blame them as well. Cardoso was in place and waiting for her there. She didn't move into the position, she was just there. A good call from the refs. Bruna Paula, Horacek. Here we go again. Canor. Anna Bruna Paula. Horacek, that's good. Against her body. Finds the right-hand side of the goal and finds the 30th goal of the day for Metz. And an immediate response from Henny Reistad. We haven't seen enough of that really from her today. It's been all 1 against 1. There hasn't been given too much space in and around the 9-meter area. And what she has been given, she's been brilliant at putting away. 10 goals today, on top of 8 yesterday. Another spectacular shooting performance at the EHF Final Four from Reistad. That makes it 40 goals in the last 2 editions, which is ridiculously good. Down the other end, a suspension. It's Mette Tramborg, who has been given her marching orders for the 2nd time today. Penalty called on top of that as well. And I think Esbjerg now resigning themselves to defeat this evening on their first trip to Budapest for the EHF Final Four. It's going to be a 4th place finish. Horacek against Paulsen, saved by Rikke Paulsen. Stood back in her line, read that one well. Gets herself her first penalty save of the day. And Esbjerg, well, I was going to say reverting back to 7v6, but they're a woman short, so 6v6. Still no goalkeeper at home. Ball across the Jensen, tries to find the wing, but comes off the foot of the defender. Adriana Cardoso gets a high five for that. Jensen across the Reistad. Nice ball across, not a great angle though, and well covered by the keeper. Ivana Kapitanovic stood her ground well at the near post and batted that one away from Muller. Just under 4 minutes left, and now finally the Mets fans and players can start enjoying themselves. They're going to get their first victory at the EHF Final Four on their 4th attempt. They lost the semi-final and the bronze medal game back in 2019. Lost yesterday in the semi-final against Vipers. But something to cheer about at the end of this weekend for Emmanuel Mayenad's squad, which will change quite a bit this summer. Ball across to Solberg in the meantime. Nice finish by Sanna Solberg in the left wing. But it will change quite a bit, this Mets squad, over the summer. A bit of a rebuilding process yet again, as they look to return here and build on a 3rd place finish this time around. And a goal there for Anna Bruna Paula. A lot of good movement today, but finally gets her first goal of the day. Wasn't afforded as much space as she was yesterday, so it's been a different performance from her. And she's definitely given all she can. Too many steps taken by Jensen. As for Esbjerg, well, it's been a solid season all around. And they've gotten to the EHF Final Four, which I think was objective #1 for them. This was about the experience more than anything else. I think they'll take a lot away from this, to be honest. And next season will come back stronger. They are getting Nora Merck into their ranks for next season, so that'll be a whole other dimension to their game. Bringing in Nora Merck to play alongside Henny Reistad, that's exciting stuff. Also, when you think about Muller as well, as the potential left back in a speedier team. When you think about the big shooters they have as well in Mette Tramborg and Christina Breistel, who themselves will have to think about their future in the team as well and how exactly they can best help Esbjerg. Oh, it's another penalty save, 2 in a row for Rikke Paulsen. Paulsen with some very good saves in this second half. She's done her job, that's for sure. She's stepped up her game in the second half. But overall, it's fair to say the Mets have just been the better team from start to finish. They opened up a healthy lead at the beginning. And although Esbjerg threatened to come back on a couple of occasions, Mets have always found another gear. Reistad, ball across to Muller. Cut inside from Jensen. Muller looking to play the ball into the line. Good pass and an excellent finish by Vilde Ingstad. I showed Kaya Kamp there, but it was indeed Ingstad, as you can see from the replay, who scored. 30 seconds left here. And the Mets fans up on their feet. Esbjerg fans a bit deflated. And a chance here for them to put a bit of sheen on the scoreboard, get one last goal before the full-time buzzer. Nice start. Out to Jensen. Back into Henny Reistad. One last goal. Nope. This one blocked away. Out for a corner throw, but there won't be any time for that. Mets handball have themselves the bronze.